All right, guys, what's going on? My name is Louis. Today is February 18, 2020, and welcome to the Grand Supreme News Channel. All right, guys, I just finished doing a live stream over at my second channel, GS News, and I talked about this, but I just want to share this on this main page, Grand Supreme News. I want to show you something. This is big breaking news, and this is very important what's going on within our country. Over 700 people in Washington being monitored due to coronavirus. Now, again, I already talked about this in GS News, but a lot of people's not aware that I have a second channel, so I just want to make this right here. I just finished watching BP Earthwatch video. Uh, Supposedly, there is 27 in Westchester, New York, that is also being quarantined, if I'm not mistaken. So we are seeing some kind of numbers being hidden within our country. Georgia, there's over three. Florida, doctors are not saying one word. They are keeping everything silenced. So there's a lot of things happening within our country. The governor, mayor, they are keeping it quiet. But CDC and the World Health Organization, they already talked to the president. Um, the president already knows about the situation. We must look at Russia. Russia is the big news. They are closing down borders. They ban Chinese from coming into Russia. That means that something's not right. Numbers are rising, and they're not telling us. It's all right, guys. It's the World Health Organization. They do whatever they want. So I just want to share this. Over 700 people in Washington being monitored due to coronavirus. Um, I want to read this really quick. And it says here over 700 people in Washington state have reportedly been placed under public health supervision for coronavirus, according to the Washington State Department of Health. The report indicates that 712 people are under supervision, which also includes people who have been close to others that have confirmed laboratory cases of coronavirus, as well as individuals who have recently returned from China in the past 14 days. According to K5 News, one person has tested positive for the virus and 24 have been tested but did not have the illness. So, once again, guys, I just want to share this really quick. I know a lot of people had left me email and saying, "Hey, Louis, what's the article for it?" So you can find this in End Time Headlines. This is a legit website, guys. They put out real news. This is not fake news. Over 700 people in Washington being monitored due to coronavirus. New York, Texas, San Diego, even Florida. Florida is being really quiet right now. Um, I'm doing some more research, but Florida, they're trying to keep it under the rug. Georgia, there's more than 300. Some numbers are rising, confirmed cases within our country, but they're not telling us nothing. It's not like China. China is releasing numbers. Here in America, they're not doing that type of stuff. They're not releasing numbers. They're not going to say nothing. This is why Mark Esper, he gave the okay to the military, the Marines, and the Navy to be prepared. Get your stuff ready. Get your medical supplies. Get your the N95 mask, whatever. Um, I believe they are building some kind of quarantine camp throughout multiple states, and there's already, I think, 15 states already that has these quarantine camps. But Mark Esper gave the green light to militaries to get your stuff ready and be prepared. Now, this is not a fear mongering video, guys. This is the real deal. Coronavirus is in America. Um, so this again, guys. I mean, people don't need to fear. You should not be afraid. Put your faith and trust in God. Period. Don't put your faith and trust in man. You're seeing what's going on. They're hiding numbers. They are hiding information. They're not going to tell us anything. All we know is that Bill Gates came out. He gave his word that it's a possibility that 10 million African could die this year from the coronavirus. Russia is basically the smart one out of all nations. They have shut down everything. They completely shut down everything. Russia is allies with China, and right now they're not dealing with China no more. Remember, guys, Russia and China are like allies. They're like this. They're like really close. But this one right here, Russia, Vladimir Putin. I mean, he's making good decision. Right now in our country, we still have open borders. And of course, the Democrats is not going to shut down the border. Congress is not going to do that. The president, he needs to declare national emergency. But the president continued to say that things is going to be okay. But this is not okay. 700 people in Washington being monitored due to coronavirus. That is not okay. That is not okay. So for those of you that tuned in, again, this is a big breaking news updates. A lot of people have been asking for this one, and I just wanted to make a separate video. I talked about this in GS News. I know it's like a 3-hour stream, so I just want to make a separate one for the Grand Supreme News. Over 700 people in Washington state have reportedly been placed under public health supervision for coronavirus, according to the Washington State Department of Health. The report indicates that 712 people are under supervision, which also includes people who have been close to others. So 700 people are under supervision, which also includes people who have been close to others. So it's a possibility that these other people might not be included in this number. I don't care what this part says. I believe because there's a lot of people that have been close to other people who might have the coronavirus who've been in contact. These people right here is not added to this 712 that have confirmed laboratory cases of coronavirus, as well as individuals who have recently returned from China in the past 14 days, according to K5 News. One person tested positive for the virus, and 24 has been tested but did not have the illness. All right, so New York, Rochester, 24 or 27, I believe, has been, I don't know, they were placed under quarantine, but New York is a big heads up for New York. So just want to give you guys that update news. Give me a second here. Let me just change the camera around. There you go. What's going on with the comment? Okay. All right, give me a second here, guys. I'm trying to see. All right. Someone said, I work in large hospital in Washington. Lots of flu. Scary prayer, please. Scary prayer, please. Needs the good Lord guidance with. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's wrong with this comments thing. So Carolyn said that I guess she works for Washington Hospital, and there's a lot of people coming in sick. All right, so guys, very important to do your own research. It's very important to do research because if Mark Esper is telling the military to be prepared, then we should also be prepared. Stack up on water, cans of food. Cans are the best right now so far. Cans are the best. Okay, there's nothing there. What else? Well, other than that, I just wanted to share this, guys. Okay, HIPAA or HIPAA laws mean they can't really discuss a person's medical condition with the media. A person is allowed to refuse treatment and leave the hospital. They can't travel anywhere. So Seattle is like, Well, remember, guys, Seattle was like the first state, Washington state was the first to be confirmed with the coronavirus. So New York is going to be big. And you can't trust none of these governors or mayor. I don't care if it's a Republicans or Democrat state. They all get orders from the president. Look, the president knows what's going on. The president is not that dumb. The president is not going to come out and say, hey, by the way, there's over 5,000 confirmed cases within the United States of America. So President Trump ain't going to say that. So the president is going to try to keep this country as calm as possible. I don't blame him. I don't. You don't want this country to start going nuts and crazy and people breaking into stores and buying a whole bunch of stuff and going nuts. Look what happened to Wuhan, China. They went crazy at the very last minute. So the president, he's trying to work things out. FEMA is involved. Department of Homeland Security is involved. CDC, the World Health Organization, the UN, everybody's involved. Even Bill Gates is involved. Now they are talking about some kind of vaccine that's supposed to come out April of 2020. A vaccine they've been working on for so long is going to be revealed in the year 2020 April. So that's not too far away. So we're gonna see, guys. I'm gonna keep it updated on that, even though these experts are saying that they don't have a cure yet. Trust me, the UN knows about this, and then look, this coronavirus has been working on for so many years. This was all planned. So I was reading Revelation chapter 6, which is the pale horse. I want to read that really quick to you guys. And it says here, Revelation chapter 6, verse 7. When the Lamb opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth living creature say, "Come." I looked, and there, behold, and there before me was a pale horse, and his rider was named Death, and Hades was following close behind him. They were given power over a fourth of the earth to kill by sword, famine, and plagues, and by the wild beast of the earth. When he opened the fifth seal, all right, let me just stop it right there. So I just want to read this part right here really quick. And it says that Jesus Christ, the Lamb, begins the process of opening the scroll. This sets in motion the events leading to God's victory over sin and death. War, famine, and disease will be rampant during the period of the first four seals. Notice that the first step towards God's restoration lead through painful times. Millions of people will die as God begins to deal with those who have rejected him. God often leads us through a period of pain as we suffer the consequences for our behavior, but God does this for our ultimate good. Even though he allowed us to suffer for a time, he has plans for our restoration. Again, many people's like, why do God let us suffer? Again, even though God allowed us to suffer for a time, he has plans for our restoration. So we will be restoration. God, again, God works in a mysterious way. God is going to basically God is going to help us in these times. He can use such suffering to teach us how helpless we are and how much we need him. So once again, guys, we are seeing biblical prophecy events. And again, this is all Bible prophecy. This is all Bible prophecy. We are living in prophetic year of the year 2020. Ever since we entered World War III, famines, pestilence, locusts, earthquakes, volcanoes are rising. Oh, by the way, there's going to be massive locusts that is going to storm China. And by June 2020, there's going to be 500 times much more bigger number of locusts that's happening right now. There's going to be 500 times much more bigger by June, and is going to storm many nations. Ethiopia, East Africa, Somalia, I think that's the name, even Europe and China will see around 5 to 6 billion locusts. That is Bible prophecy. These events here is already written. Now, the big question is, are you ready to give your life to Jesus Christ? Because now is the time to give to Christ. This ain't no time to be fooling around. This is not a game. You know, this is just the beginning. What's to come? We're not even yet seeing the Antichrist rise, and we are seeing many pestilence and famines and earthquakes in various places. Jesus Christ said there will be fearful events to come. Remember, Jesus defeated death. And if you give your life to Christ, and when your time is up, Jesus Christ will take you. He will take you with him. For those of you that reject Jesus Christ, there's another place that is not heaven. It's a wicked path. It's the wickedness path, the garnishing teeth. And that place is called hell. And hell was not meant for us. Hell was meant for the Antichrist, Satan, the fallen angels, demonic demons, false prophets. You do not want to go to the garnishing teeth. This is not a game. This is all written in the Bible prophecy. People might be laughing, but hey, in the time of Noah, when Noah warned a lot of people about the flood, those people were laughing. When it started raining, they wasn't laughing. They were crying. They were in fear. Same thing with Sodom and Gomorrah. Everybody was laughing. They were drinking. They were doing a whole bunch of evil stuff. And they were laughing. But it wasn't laughing when fire came down from the heavens and burned the city of Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, guys, I'm going to end this live stream right here. But over 700 people in Washington being monitored due to coronavirus. Thank you so much for watching, guys. God bless you all. The number 20 in Hebrew means redemption. So look it up. Our redemption is drawing nigh. Luke chapter 21, verse 28. Yeah, remember 2020? One guy called in and said, Louis, you know what 2020 means? Like eyesight. I'm like, perfect eyesight. Yep. It means that you see clear. You're seeing clear. 2020, you are seeing clear. What's happening? It's happening. All you got to do is you got to open the Bible. You got to go get closer to Jesus Christ. You got to repent. Remember, we are seeing destruction in the world. Peace only lasts for a certain period of time, but destruction lasts much, much longer. People waking up every morning, and the world is getting worse day by day. But there is peace. There is eternal peace, and that's Jesus Christ. This world is falling apart, and one day everything's going to fall. The world system is going to collapse. You're not going to live the same life what we live in right now. You're not going to wake up in the morning, go to work. You're not going to go to the clubs anymore. You're not going to go to the bar anymore. For the world system is going to collapse. Everything will fall. Everything is going to break in pieces. And that's again, that is the distress of the nation of distress, perplexity, meaning that people will, there will be chaos, misery, confusion in the world when that day comes. So thank you so much for watching, guys. God bless. Give your life to Jesus Christ and get baptized. We are living in tough time. Till next time later. Peace.